Hello and welcome back to another episode. My name's Riley, and yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. So we need to select another focus. We just finished the meeting at Carne Hall. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Right. So next thing we want to do is we want to either choose. I've decided that I want to race or negotiate the love tax because I want more decisions. So to do that, we need to go for these focuses. So we're going to start with the internal passport plan. This also gives us some extra stab. Alright, now we can choose political advisor, or just an armor consort. And since I think we're going tanks this time, I think I want to get a armored consort. Now, the Scarab Ironclad, I think it's a good idea. But because it's just all around, but I do honestly prefer mobile tanks. So I think I'm gonna end up getting the mobile tanks. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually have to okay, never mind. I have to fix the situation here. So, that's not a big deal. Alright, there we are. So that should be taken care of. Alright, now we just wait for this focus. Decisions, just mill training. I think we're good. We are losing a little bit of fuel. I think we're going to come out fine, though. We are getting these repaired. We are close. We can get construction repair, which I might just do some construction repair. Yeah. I think after this focus, I'll do construction repair for a bit to get some infrastructure up. And then, rebuild or build more civs. Let's see, partial mob. Can't get off that. If we could just get on to war economy, or better yet, if we could get on to total mob, okay, that'd be great. Barring the fact that we'd have 0 recruitable pop, total mob would be great. And I think total mob's the way we want to go right now. Alright, so we got the internal passport plan. What going on? Alright, so that did not end up giving us an event. Alright, so this right here is going to give us a bunch of 2-width infantry divisions, and we can get some just ahead of time penalty for a land doctrine. Alright, we're going to just grab that real quick. Alright. Strengthen changeling, press resistance. Alright, now we need to get one more collaborationist before we can expand collaborationist presence. Alright, new training regiment, good. Okay, so I think we just got 4, so we'll just chuck those 4 on and go with it. No, we did get, nope, never mind, we only got 4. Alright. Just do that to get rid of that. Okay, now we're gonna stop the manual training so we can recover some fuel. A convention overheard at Mayor de Sun Square Garden. Oh, conversation. Never, not convention. Okay. We can't afford to slip up before we've gotten started. Don't you understand? It's all going to be fine. Security there is lax. And the great and powerful right. Anyway, it's too late to call it off now. Our team is en route, and it will strike tonight. Their production capabilities will be set back for weeks, if not more. Isn't it worth the risk? Look, if you really believe this will work, then I trust you. But to strike at the capital Wait, who's that pony? There, this is where our transmission cuts off. It seems we have lost one of our infiltrator moles in the resistance. No matter, we must act fast. The harmonic resistance is attacking one of our production centers, which could mean either military dockyards of Brooklyn or the Manehatten arsenal at the heart of the megalopolis. I'm not going to pronounce that right. So, okay. We only have one unit of Jaegers in reserve, and time is of the essence. There is simply neither the personnel nor the resources to secure both locations. We just have to guess where to. Okay, so personally, the thing is, I don't need dockyards that much as I would need military factories. So I don't know for sure, but I say we secure the arms factory, because if we lose the dockyards, we lose some convoys. Sure, we lose some convoy building capacity, but I'd much prefer not to lose the dockyards, or much prefer not to use that. Hey, plot foiled. Last night, a group of harmonic resistance operatives were arrested in a foiled attack in the Manehatten arsenal, an arms factory at the heart of the capital. Under the cover of darkness, the culprits had approached the targets unseen by law enforcement patrols, but authorities had intercepted the plans to set up an ambush unit in the path of the would-be saboteurs. As soon as the ponies approached, the changeling soldiers took them by surprise, and a fierce firefight broke out. Within minutes, the resistance attack team had been subdued, and all its members had been apprehended and taken in for interrogation. The Lady Protectress Lilac has hailed the incident as a victory against criminals and subversives, and has promised to continue keeping the population of the East Coast safe from terrorism. That should teach them a lesson. Alright. So, go here. Immediately start on that. Okay. Hunters of the concrete jungle. Dim lamps, empty streets, dark alleyways filled with trash, discarded furniture, broken glass. The pony, hurtling down the narrow passageway between two skyscrapers, doesn't see the patch of slick grease that coats the concrete, slips and falls. The dull, rhythmic thud of jackboots pounding toward her from behind her makes her struggle valiantly to stand up and flee, before a rubber bullet knocks her into the pavement. When had it gone so wrong? Maybe when Silvershine stopped coming to meetings and no pony bothered to check up on him, or when the creature wearing his face and speaking with his voice turned up unexpectedly one day, and they were so happy to see him again that they didn't notice the odd, stilted mannerisms or the manic gleam in his eyes, or even after he'd ripped out the throat of their cell leader when they decided to stand their ground against the Jaegers, who put down their doomed resistance with such practiced ease. The pony knows that none of her friends have managed to get out. They'd barricaded themselves in the back room where they'd thought the heaviest steel door would buy them time, until the changelings had started shooting through the walls. She barely escaped by jumping out a window. She was alone as she ran through the twisting streets of Hayston, fleeing from the truncheons and bayonets of her pursuers. The face that glances down at her is obscured by the cowls of the gas mask, but for a pair of compound eyes that shine a dull blue light through the tinted lens, just exposed against the monotone anonymity of the mask and the dark gloom of the alleyway walls. Those eyes were vivid and hold her gaze. It is the last thing the pony will ever see. Masters of the Hunt. Excuse me a sec. Alright, sorry about that. My brother got the dog all riled up, and you know how those dogs are sometimes. Alright, so we got 2 Jaegers from this event. both of which, hold on, if I can check the template, are this new one, which is just 4 or 8 Jaegers. So probably going to end up turning this into a 7-2 like I did the other one once we get more. But right as of now, I'm just going to keep them as is. So we just chuck them on here, send them off to go garrison. We are missing light tank for reinforcements. Oh no, okay. I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. Okay, so we gotta add we get a new one. So we can either get the indoctrination program, which will give us base stability, which I think is a good idea. Okay. So we can't suppress the resistance. The resistance isn't going to be suppressed for a hot minute, so unless we start getting a whole bunch of stuff, and this is only 30 days, so as long as we don't, start suppressing the resistance a lot within the next month, we're good. Okay, rocket artillery upgrade finished. And massive impersonalization. Alright. Artillery upgrade. Good. Industry. I mean, hey, it's ahead of time, but it's really small ahead of time, so I think it's worth it. Alright. Theorist. We still can't get the Blitzkrieg Theorist, which I think I am going to be using tanks. So yeah, and as I was saying earlier, I would think Scarab would be pretty good, but I think I'm going to go for Detroit Motors. Alright. Why? Because I just like the speed of the tanks overall. Although the medium tank with the soft attack isn't a bad idea. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We're still going on. I just like how this is. I really am enjoying this mod thus far. The new update. I think I'm gonna do another playthrough though. I know for a fact I'm doing a resistance one. Finally. All right. I know for a fact I'm gonna do a resistance one. In a minute, and that resistance. Well, probably not the same night. Okay, but here we go. The streets are alive with the sounds of music. Hey, is the army? He's in the army now, a bowling revelry. He's the boogie woogie buggle bug of Company B. 2 changeling soldiers sat by, eyeing the recently installed speakers at Manhattan's Maire de Sun Square. The younger drones scoffed aloud. This is the Crystaller's plan? Playing music? He asked mockingly, before sighing. They've all gone and addled in the head. The older veteran, never quite looking at the loudspeaker nor his colleague, merely listened to both in quiet, almost meditative contemplation. Hutter field available. You've fought these, the young private suddenly piped up, lowering his voice to a whisper. These ponies, you know them better than I do. Do you think that this is initiative to any chance of working? The sergeant glanced at the prim and appropriately dressed soldier. He was a fresh recruit that looked the part, though the sergeant could choose not to comment on that. Instead, he let his eyes wander along with a small crowd of passerby ponies. Then he indicated towards one with a tilt of his head. Following the indication, the private saw that among the most sullenly dull faces of ponies, a young Pegasus stallion was sauntering along. He was whistling in tune with the song from the loudspeakers, a happy smile on his face. The private went quiet and stared in mild disbelief. The field webel merely glanced at his watch before catching the private's attention with a tap on his shoulders. Come on, Schutz, he said in a mutter. We've got a patrol to finish. The two departed, with the private taking a moment to watch the happy pony whistle as he disappeared into the crowd. We've gotten a great selection to choose from. Completes one phase of resistance suppression. Alright. Next, we want to do Hearts and Minds, which will give us another changeling consolidation. I want to get a collaborationist expansion, to be completely and utterly honest. So we can get collaborationist expansion. then we can finally, finally finish this and, public hostility and nothing. That'll help with the construction speed, which we really need if we want to get this actually up and running. Oh my gosh, when's this next going to be complete? Next year. A whole year to get one factory. Hearts of Iron with no factories is not a fun game. But, everything else is worth it, so I don't know why Wingbardy's troops are still here, because I feel like they would have been sent out by now. Okay, Marines 2. Just get Marines 3, I guess, because why not? What else are we going to research? Oh, never mind. First annual Hug a Changeling Day. For the first time, but as the leadership of the Manhattan hopes, not the last time. The Hug a Changeling Day has been celebrated across the Protectorate. The local pony population was encouraged and advocated to be especially polite towards all new changeling settlers, especially the ones within the military and administrative apparatuses. The ponies could express their positivity and positiveness towards their new compatriots through affectionate words, congratulations, even gifts, and of course, signs of bodily affection, with the most notable and mostly encouraged being hugs. It is hoped among the leadership of the Protectorate that through this holiday, positive vocal and physical interactions and overt displays of affection between changelings and ponies will become normalized in the minds of the locals. However, while the majority of the population did indeed participate nominally in the festivities of that day, and did show ostensible positivity towards their local changelings, there have been those who were far less cooperative. These citizens, instead of showing their affection towards their new friends, chose to ignore the events happening, or even worse, openly showed negative emotions such as anger, hatred, or even ridicule, actions which must, of course, be considered as unacceptable and dealt with as thus. Some of these ponies would even use the atmosphere of positivity and affection in order to harm changeling citizens through emotionally manipulative means. Of course, such transgressions cannot be allowed, and those who reacted with either ignorance or anger will be reminded of how true and proper citizens and compatriots of the Manehatten Protectorate should act. Another step down a long road. Gain some stab. What do we got? So for stab, or for stability, we would need... Alright, factory output and doctor output. Alright, we're getting back up there. Alright, next focus. We want to character assassination. Now, how long is this actually going to take? 20 days? Okay. What's this? 35, 20. Character assassination. Alright. Let's see here. We are good. Alright. So, available planes and reserves. Well, we're not going to really have that. Now, I might honestly just send over some planes to whatever war's going on over there just to... Okay, Griffonian's basically gone. Send volunteers, send air volunteers. Alright. Just send some air volunteers to hopefully get some air XP. Oh, we can only send 51. Alright. To be completely fair, I should have just split the... I should have just split it, because now we gotta actually go through and... Alright. My dad's excited about the XFL, which, for those of you who aren't American, it's basically, you know, a bunch of big sweaty men tackling each other over pigskin. Alright, good. That'll just help raise the fighter up. Wait, do we have any aces? I hope we have an ace, because... Nope, alright. No ace pilots in our nation. Well, ain't that just great. Alright. Well, anyways. Let's see here. Yeah, I think... all the factories are gone. Okay. Character assassination is done. Alright, we're gonna begin that. Now we can negotiate the love tax. Alright. Dismantling the celestial code of personality. She who controls the past controls the future. At least, that's what Lilac has decided. While in conference with her aides and commanders, she jokes about being tired of hearing about Celestia all the time. But in truth, she, amongst them, understands the equine psyche the most. Ponies are creatures of habit and sentiment. Giving them a cause or a warm, happy memory, and they'll cling to it until the bitter end. In this case, deliverance from the changeling jackboot comes in the form of the unassailable princess mother, her chaste maternal demeanor, and the profundity of her mystical powers, combined with the paragon of equestrian divinity, the pinnacle of everything a pony wants to become. That the sun still raises and sets without her guidance is immaterial to the pony's worship of the solar goddess, which, if anything, has intensified under the new changeling regime. So long as they remember her, Celestia's very memory and existence will certainly continue to motivate them to insubordination and, in time, open revolt. Lilac's new initiatives to educate the populace about their old leaders' many faults may not always be factual, and the process of indoctrination will require much time and effort. But she has no doubt that it will be beneficial to the legitimacy of the new regime with time. Manehatten schools now teach young falls and changelings about Celestia the tyrant, greedy, stubborn, and myopic. A lazy delegator who pursued luxury whilst other ponies did all the work. Unlike Queen Chrysalis, who, of course, works very hard. Celestia laid around eating cake constantly. Isn't that awful? Yeah. Gain 50 political power. Are you sure the ponies will believe that? It's about how to tarnish a pristine reputation. We will attempt a more refined approach at character assassination. Okay. So, I think we're going to go with, are you sure ponies will believe that? Why? Because I don't feel like they will. How to tarnish a pristine reputation. Find whoever had this idea and fire them. What incompetence! Every second-rate propagandist would know better than to deploy petty slander against the near-universal popular figure and extol the occupant's virtues in the same breath. No, this will not do. We need to roll back this initiative before it causes backlash. We are going to need to do better than that if we are to attempt to chip away at Celestia's personality cult. Lilac's aides have proposed two alternatives to the initial plan. First of all, we could target the most controversial aspect of Celestia's reign, the undemocratic nature of the harmonic regime. It was something fringe Republican movements had been complaining about for ages. We could use this to paint Celestia as a power-hungry tyrant who suppressed the dissenters to preserve her autocratic rule. There is, of course, another option. Equestria, under the Diarchs, was notably pacifistic, resulting in a weak military using outdated technology, something analysts often point out as one of the major causes for Equestria's defeat in the Great War. We could attack Celestia on her peaceful ways, describing them as cowardice that left the ponies undefended and helpless, while implying the changeling's superior military would defend them from harm. However, some of Lilac's aides believe that Celestia's reputation to be pristine, and to the point that any attempt to tarnish it would backfire, and have instead suggested dropping an initiative as quietly as possible, with hope that nobody pony will notice. So we can attack her despotic rule by decree, attack her cowardly pacifism, or drop the initiative quietly. Okay. I think I'm going to choose to attack the... Okay, so let's put our mind in the mind of a pony right now, right? You know, you just fought a war. Your friend one of your friends probably died to Celestia, or not to Celestia, but to the rest of just to any random changeling, So you're kind of upset. You want to blame something on that. Now that new changeling's giving you the choice to blame it on Celestia and her as a tyrant, which I feel like that in the pony's mind is too uncharacteristic of it. However, the pacifism part, I think, is also kind of hard to play off because magical friendship and all that. But I also feel like if we drop this is a wasted opportunity. I think I'm going to go for attack cowardly pacifism. Alright. Oh, here we are, the love tax. The love tax. The changeling lifeblood extracted from the ponies of the Manehatten Protectorate to be delivered into the motherland. This methodology, with which harvested love is quantified, remains a nebulous science, with an erot signifying a quantity of love large enough to significantly boost the capabilities of a small hive per month. Currently, we have 0 erots of love stockpiled. Love rations for what? Okay, so we can get production benefits. We can get army experience gain, division organization. Oh my, that's pretty good actually. I love rations for the Ostkommando. The changeling Ostkommando are those who enact Lilac's will over the Manehattanite realm. For their loyalty and service to the lady, it is only fitting to give them a gift of occasional lavish banquet of refined love to our best commanders from time to time. Lilac gets loved, which gives her experience, or leader experience gained and planning speed. So that's only good for in war. This is just good. This is only good for war, right? So how do we gain erots? Harvested love, which can be extracted from miscellaneous bonuses obtained through decisions, continuous focus, and events. Okay. Yeah, so down here, actually, is one of it. Love harvest. Alright, hold on. Let's figure this out. And then free love for all. I'm gonna just pause this real quick. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna end the video here. I've decided I'm gonna go calculate these two formulas here. I'm gonna make a video for that. I'll probably put it in the playlist. If not, just go right on and buy it, or go watch that. Hopefully. So see you guys later. Thanks for coming out. Please like and subscribe. Well, you don't actually have to. Have a good day.